Hi, my name is Ivdashi and this is African Time. Well, over the weekend, the West African country Ghana went on the polls to choose a leader. And guess what? They actually did. And it turns out to be one of the most beautiful scene or democratic kind of thing that has actually happened on the African continent. Okay, Ghana went on the polls and they chose peace. And the world is talking about it. I mean, everyone is talking about how Ghana went on with their election over the weekend. See what happened. All right, so the BBC News Africa came in and said this. They says, election day has arrived in Ghana, where close to 90 million voters are registered to cast their ballots. A debt crisis and high living costs mean the economy is upmost in the midst of many voters. All right, so that is what was actually the main agenda for Ghana's election this year. Okay, Ghanaians actually went on the polls to choose a leader that can reset the country and also help curb the high cost of living and also the debt burden that the country is actually facing in the economy recently by the old government. Okay, that is what is happening. And then the BBC News shared that, and it says that Ghanaians were actually at the polls to choose a leader that can solve those things for them. Well, let's see what happened with the Ghanaian election. Okay, let's go. Okay, they also shared this. They says voting has started in Ghana's presidential election. President Nana Akufo-Addo is stepping down. The winning candidate must take more than 50% of the vote or the election will go to a second round in charts. Okay, so that is how the Ghana election actually works. It means that the two sides or any side that wins should have at least more than 50%. Okay, if not, then it should go runoff. Okay, that is how it is. And then the president, the president now, that is His Excellency Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, is a president that is on power and he has finished his term. Okay, so he is no more standing, but his vice president was the one standing this time. And then he said that anyone who is supposed to win the Ghana's election needs to have more than 50%. Okay, but something interesting happens in this year's Ghana's election that the whole world and Africa are actually applauding Ghana for that. They are actually applauding Ghana for holding democracy to this high esteem. When the election was going on, something marvelously happened and it was crazy. People were actually congratulating Ghana for that. See this. So he says that watch the moment Bawumia, the new Patriotic Party candidate, vice president, considered defeat in this weekend presidential election in Ghana. Despite Bawumia's concession, no official results have been declared.
We have conceded defeat like any consummate Democrat would do. But we have not abandoned the fight to transform Ghana and expand opportunities to all sections of our society. We will not be a disruptive opposition.
All right, so the video you just watched is His Excellency, the Vice President of Ghana, Mr. Mahama Bawumia. He actually hosted this conference to actually accept defeat. Even in the midst or when the voting counting was still on, he accepted defeat. And the world was actually jubilating and everybody was actually shocked. Like, this is Africa democracy. We all know how Africa democracy is in some part of Africa. People are actually not having it easy with their democracy. People don't understand. People don't have the tolerance to tolerate some things. But here is Ghana, a West African country, a country with a population of about 34 million people having this kind of leadership. People actually taking or making the country first before anything else. Yes, the vice president actually accepted defeat even way before the electoral commission can actually declare him or as the winner. Okay, that is actually beautiful, and that got the whole wide world and everybody actually congratulating Ghana for such a huge milestone of the democracy. And then it made them envious of how the Ghana's democracy system is actually working. Actually, I was proud when this happened. Man was actually defeated, but how he came out with this was actually impressive. I must say, big shout outs to His Excellency, the Vice President of Ghana, Mr. Mahama Bawumia. That's actually beautiful to see. You did well, bruh. You did well, sir. Very good, sir. Very good. All right. Well, as this was also shared, the president elected, His Excellency Mahama, John Mahama, also did something beautiful. He accepted his defeat nicely and calmly, and also shared some nice points of view that makes the world actually understand that democracy can actually work in Africa, and Ghana are actually living the steps to make sure that Africa can actually progress with a free and fair election and then a government system that can also serve much better for the people too. We'll see what His Excellency, the President-elect in Ghana right now, John Mahama, also said. See this.
The results of this election, as declared today by the Electoral Commissioner, show that the National Democratic Congress, with me, John Dramani Mahama, as leader, has just chalked one of the most emphatic victories in the electoral history of the Fourth Republic. We have therefore been bestowed with a very outstanding mandate by the good people of Ghana. I'm deeply honored and humbled to receive such an overwhelming endorsement from the Ghanaian people.
All right, so the President-elect in Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, tweeted on his Twitter page saying that I have this morning received a congratulatory call from my brother, Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia, the Vice President of Ghana, following my emphatic victory in Saturday's election. Thank you, Ghana. Okay, so that was the speech of His Excellency, the President-elect, and also his Twitter handle, acknowledging how beautiful it was that the Vice President actually considered defeat earlier before the Electoral Commission of Ghana or the official announcement making him the President-elect. That was beautiful to see, okay? So this is how the Ghana election actually went. Ghanaians went on the polls, and then the winner was supposed to have 50 plus to be called the winner, or they will go on a runoff. And then it actually happens that the president or the vice president in power actually lost in the midway, even considered defeat before the EC or the Electoral Commission of Ghana will actually declare the winner. And also it went peacefully. People jubilated on the streets. The president-elect also congratulated how bold the vice president was, and also acknowledged and wished or called all Ghanaians to join hands together to build a better Ghana. The name is Vidashi SA. Hope you enjoyed this section of African Time. And shout out to my Ghanaians for having a peaceful election. Hopefully other African countries can join this. Stay tuned. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and most importantly, share your comments in the comment section. See you guys around.